Hello and welcome to another episode of D&D Thoughts. Today we will continue our talk about the Barbarian, and actually, this is the last episode of the Barbarian. Since I've been doing 2 subclasses per video after the first one, the Barbarian doesn't have many subclasses. Well, it has a decent amount. And I decided to just finish it off right now with the last 2 subclasses from Xanathar's Guide, that being the Path of the Storm Herald and the Path of the Zealot. So let us begin. Path of the Storm Herald. The book defines it as barbarians who fight alongside druids or wizards or rangers that like to protect nature, and they embody nature, but not animals like the totem warrior. They embody nature as themselves. They choose an environment to fight with. So, Path of the Storm Herald. The Storm Herald, the part in the book of the Storm Herald gives 3 examples. It gives desert, sea, and tundra. It doesn't have to be that necessarily. You can modify them a little bit. Well, tundra is pretty stoic. Desert, it could be just like a very hot biome other than desert. It doesn't just have to be like the Sahara. It can be like, like red sand. That could be a really nice aesthetic. And for sea, I don't know, a lake or like a pond that rises. But let's begin. Past Storm Herald. The third level ability, Storm Aura. Whenever you rage, you can now express an aura that is of 10 feet around you, and you activate its effect every turn of your rage with your bonus action. You can choose to do so. It's not always active. You have to activate it yourself. And the 3 options, desert, sea, and tundra. By the way, the saving throw for the effects that will happen here, it's a DC of 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your constitution saving, plus your constitution modifier. Which, again, should be really high. Because you're playing a barbarian. Come on, guys. So, desert. All creatures within the aura, this includes your allies, I'm sorry, take 2 fire damage. This increases by level. It increases to 3, 4, 5, and 6, respectively. It's okay. It's chip damage. It's okay, I guess. Like, I don't know, fire damage. A lot of things are resistant to fire damage. So I don't think it's the best option, but I don't know, damage, it's always welcome when in a fight. C. You select 1 creature within range, and it must make a dexterity saving throw or suffer 1d6 lightning damage. This damage does increase. By 20th level, I think it's 66, which is basically a fireball, only a little bit worse. But I feel like this one's better, and I feel like it could be really well used. You summon just a beam of water and it hits them. Well, I say a beam of water, but it's lightning damage. I don't know, I think it could be more of the idea of thunder impacts them, but like they get the feeling of cold, briny darkness. The same darkness one feels when the void comes. And tundra. All creatures within the aura gain 2 temporary hit points. It increases. By 20th level, it's like plus 6. It's okay. As the first one, extra hit points are always welcome. Maybe like have your wizard stay behind you. Well, no, because you have to move a lot to get to people. I don't know, it's okay. Like, the desert and the tundra one at 3rd level, they're okay. I feel like the sea one's the best of all of them, because you get to deal the highest amount of damage at 3rd level, and it's lightning damage. Not a lot of things are resistant to lightning damage. Storm Soul, 6th level. You get benefits outside of the rage. Both desert, sea, and tundra all get a resistance. For desert, you get resistance to fire damage. For sea, you get resistance to lightning damage, and for tundra, you get resistance to cold damage. Resistances are always welcome. It's not like you have enough of them as the barbarian. So, for the desert, you suffer no exhaustion, well, you suffer less exhaustion from extreme heat conditions. You resist extreme heat, which means that you can go and, like, trek near a volcano if you need to. Maybe to find half of the warlock after he killed himself being stupid and not having enough spell slots. The tundra, you can resist the cold damage and you resist extreme cold. Also, you can turn water to ice by touching it. With the desert, you can set objects on fire, which is pretty neat. It's like, but I recommend always wearing gloves though, so you don't set everything you touch on fire. Because technically, you could set the handle of your weapon on fire, and that's not very good. Because then you'd have to have like a metal grip. And when that heats up, that's gonna sting a little bit. Well, I don't know, maybe, well, you resist heat pretty well, so I don't think you're gonna need a really good metal handle. And for C, again, I feel like C is the only good one of these options. If you want to be decently viable, pick C. If you don't, what are you doing here? Like, I understand this is about opinions, but, like, I feel like this is the only viable one. C, your resistance to lightning damage, which is pretty okay. And, you can breathe underwater now, and you have a swim speed of 30 feet. You just become Aquaman, but if Aquaman went to the gym instead of being a loser for, I don't know, 30 years? No one likes Aquaman. But in this one, you can be Aquaman but better. Instead of talking to fish and finding Nemo, you can beat people up with the power of the briny depths. Shielding Storm, 10th level. Others gain your aura resistances while in your aura. Basically, while people are inside, you just slap them, and when they get mad at you, they're not resistant to damage. Which I just think is very funny, like, your friend's just there, you slap them, and they're like, hey, what the hell? You're welcome, you're now resistant to lightning damage. How does that work? I don't know, but you're angry now. Who knows? Magic. Raging Storm, 14th level, the best upgrade. Desert. When a creature hits you, you can use your reaction to have them take fire damage equal to half your level. I mean, it's okay. Like, it's not bad. It could be better, though. I was thinking more like your next, like, you can imbue your attack with fire damage. Or you can blind them because you throw sand in their eyes. You know, like, that's a thing that happens in sandstorms. Sandstorms are known for damaging eyesight. But no, let's go with just fire damage increases, because apparently Wizards doesn't know how to write a good Barbarian. I'm kidding, please don't harass me. C, when you hit a creature, you can impose a strength saving throw. If they fail, they're knocked prone. This is like the wolf totem, the last of the wolf totem. This is good. Knocking enemy prone is always good, because they waste half their movement getting up, and also you can have advantage while attacking them. It's actually pretty neat. It lasts until the beginning of your next turn. All your friends have advantage. Well, no, it's until they get up. Tundra. You select the creature. They have to make a saving throw, or their speed is turned to 0 as they're encased in ice. Also, now your attacks have advantage because they're literally just encased. This one's good. I like the Tundra one. You just restrict them. I think you should go at 3rd level C, 6th level C, 14th level either C or Tundra. Don't go for Desert. It's useless. It's bad. It's horrible. It's garbage. If you use it, I hate you. Why are you here? It's horrible. Why do you exist? Path of the Zealot. You are like a paladin or a cleric, except you don't heal. And also, you're the type of person that... This is the equivalent of, let's say the paladin is Coke. It's a Coca-Cola. The Path of the Zealot is Coca-Cola Zero. You're the light version. You're the zero sugar version of the paladin. You're a knockoff. You're the Japanese... You know how there's Spider-Man? You're Spooter guy. You're Arachnid guy. You're a knockoff. But basically, the gods help you. One of the gods decided he was having a bad day and is like, hey, that guy down on Earth is also having a bad day. I'm gonna go help him. And then now you have a deity. It can be anything. Like, I don't know, I think the most fitting would be Ares from the Greek mythology because he's always mad, because he's the god of war. Or just, I don't know, just invent a god. Maybe Loki was having a bad day one day and he decides, hey, I'm gonna piss off everyone in Asgard. So, Divine Fury, 3rd level. While you rage, the first creature you hit takes an extra 1d6 plus half your level. Rounded down. You can choose for it to be necrotic or radiant damage. This is actually really good. This is a good 3rd level ability. I really enjoy this one. I feel like more people should use this one. I don't see many people use Path of the Zealot, like, Yasha from Critical Role is Path of the Zealot. But I don't think, I don't know, she's missed so many games that we barely know her character, and I think she barely uses this. Uh, Also, objectively, Yasha's an okay barbarian. Like, I don't know, like, of course, people roll bad stats sometimes, but really a dex and a con of 14 and 15, that's pretty whack. Specifically, as a barbarian should have a decent constitution, and the 14's kind of lame. It just makes no sense. Like, you should have a good constitution. An 18 to strength is really good. 18 to 20, that's really good. That's expected. Of course, I guess it makes a little sense since she's playing an Aasimar, which it only has an increase to strength. But I feel like, I don't know, it just, as a barbarian, it's kind of lacking. But that's just how I feel. Second, 3rd level ability. You get 2 of these. That's pretty neat. Warrior of the Gods. All spells that would return you to life, but not to undeath. The person doesn't need components. The person doesn't need material components to make it. Which is pretty good, like, oh man, our barbarian, I guess I'm gonna have to revive him and waste my diamond. And then, like, you prepare the spell, and then the gods decide, yeah, let me help you, because this guy's pretty cool. And then you're back. No need. You can keep your diamond for another person. This guy, you don't need a diamond. You don't need to waste all of your life income. You don't need to waste your birthday money on this guy, because we think he's cool and radical, and he's always angry. Fanatical Focus, 6th level. If you fail a saving throw while raging, you can re-roll it. It's simple, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. I enjoy. Zealous Presence. I hope I'm saying Zealous, whatever the frick. 10th level. Bonus action. You scream really loudly. Because you just stubbed your toe and Ares stubbed his toe at the same time. And up to 10 creatures within 60 feet of you gain advantage on attack rolls and saving throws until the start of your next turn. This is really good. I think that's a good ability. Because you just scream, and all of your friends just get inspired because your god decides to scream at the same time. This does recharge with a long rest. So it's like once per day, basically. Unless you take a long rest in the middle of the day. Rage Beyond Death, 14th level. So again, the Barbarian has a Googleplex of hit points, and it's so strong that it doesn't die. But here's something so you don't die even more, because that's what we need. Not good character development. While raging, having 0 HP doesn't knock you unconscious. Let me repeat. Being knocked unconscious just doesn't work. Like, you drop a 0 and your god decides, hey, you know what, I'm gonna take over. And he just takes over your brain functions, and he just occupies you as a mech suit, basically. You still make death saving throws, and you suffer damage while at 0 HP, which means that when you take damage while rolling death saving throws, you immediately fail too, so it's really easy to fail all 3 of them. And when you fail death saving throws, your character just dies. Not unconscious, dies, as you need to make a new character unless your cleric revives you. But the thing is, here's the broken part. You die when your rage ends. When your rage ends, you die. So, kaput, you died, you need to be revived. But if you don't have 0 HP when you're restored, let's say your druid casts healing word on you before your rage ends, you're completely okay. You're just at low HP. All those death saving throws, ignored. All the damage you took while being dead, ignored. You're alive now. You ignored death. This is once per day. This is really good ability. I feel like more people should play this type of barbarian. Because it's really nice. I feel like it's a good idea for a barbarian. Because the world is filled with faith. And what says a person that is really good at fighting cannot have a high amount of faith in something, in a fighting spirit? Maybe it's a person who lacked faith, then something happened. He gains faith in something because it's what keeps him going. It's not the anger, it's the belief that he can do something good. Or he could just be constantly angry. I don't know. I'm not an expert. You be angry. Go ahead. Just unadulterated rage. Scream at everything. Kill everyone. But seriously, I feel like this is a good subclass. I feel like it's one of the better ones. And with that, we wrap up our last episode on the Barbarian. I hope you guys have enjoyed these first episodes, and I hope that you still tune in. Have a nice day. Goodbye.